Hi everyone. I hope that if you don't ever watch another video of mine, I hope you watch this one. As you know, or as you may be experiencing, in numerous places, our healthcare system is just not that great. Now, I have a lot of respect for doctors and nurses and anyone else, personal support workers, healthcare aides, anyone who works in the industry, because that is a huge job. And I do realize that there's a lot of pressure, there is a lot of stress with limited resources, and that's not your fault. I hope, and I know it's hard, I hope that you still continue to try to do the best you can. And what I want to ask is, I've been hearing a lot of things from people, various people, all walks of life, that are struggling to get properly looked after when they know something's wrong. Whether that means they can't get in for so long, or they keep being dismissed that it's nothing, or that saying that it's all in your head, or I would just like to ask that we please stop doing that. A lot of us are aware when something's not right in our body. Please give us this credit. Please don't discount someone that did some Googling, because, well, I realize and we can see that you're being pushed to your breaking point, so are the patients. Now, I'm not on one side or the other. I mean, it's the governments who are, of course, what's the first thing they cut? Healthcare and education. I just want to plead this with you, because I've heard so many stories. I've had people come to me, and it just, honestly, it breaks my heart. Because you're limited now, doctors and nurses and other healthcare workers are limited to how much you can do. And unfortunately, that trickles down to the patients. I've heard stories of how so many times people have been dismissed, or treated like a hypochondriac, or being told that it's all in their head. So much so that I even have talked to people who have said that when they go see a doctor, they literally take a man with them because they don't feel heard. Well, I don't know all the struggles, and in obviously in entirety, I don't do what you do and what you have and what you have to work with. But please try not to too quickly dismiss things with the patients. And what I also want to say is, and I'm not saying this is a substitute, okay? But when it comes to healthcare in the sense of managing stress, sometimes having a hard time, I would also like to let people know that there are other avenues that are not a replacement for. Don't get me wrong, I am not a certified healthcare provider or anything like that, okay? But there are other things that you can do that will complement your healthcare. I'd also like to ask you to have an open mind. And I'm not just talking about coming to me. I'm talking about being open and willing to consider some other holistic approaches that can help. Things like Reiki, things like emotion code. There are many, many different modalities of healing. And while, yes, therapy, if that's the road you go, that's good. But I also think that when you branch out into other things, it can help you in other ways. I've seen people say that having Reiki helped them more than going to a therapist. I mean, it's all going to depend on what's right for you. I mean, and it's up to you to figure that out. But I'd like to see more people have an open mind to these kinds of other things. And please, please, please advocate for yourself. We can no longer stick to the, if you don't hear back from us from these tests or whatever, everything's okay. We can no longer rely on that. Make the call. Advocate for yourself. Make sure the test got done. Make sure the results are done. Make sure, and I know on some, we shouldn't have to work that hard, but it's coming to a point where we really have to advocate for ourselves and stay on top of things. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.